Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so it's really coming down outside. Where am I? Well, I am at a capsule hotel. It is 7:30 in the morning, and I'm at a capsule hotel in Tokyo. And for you guys that don't know what a capsule hotel is, it's basically usually men-only hotel, and you sleep in a capsule, like a little bed, and I'll have some footage for you guys in the end, but a bed, just sort of a bed only, like in the wall, like a little cubicle, like a little honeycomb of sorts, and you're the bee. And so I'm on the 7th floor, and this is the lounge, and this is like the eating and drinking area, and there's 7 floors. I was on the 3rd floor. That was where my capsule was. And 7:30 in the morning, I had a late meeting last night and have an early meeting today. And so I spent $20 to stay here because it was just easier than going home. And you know, by the time I got home yesterday, my daughters would have been asleep, and by the time I left this morning, my daughters wouldn't have been awake. So I spent $20, and that's what it costs to stay here. And that's about what it costs to take the train and the bus back home. So my first time in a capsule hotel, and that's a sort of another story. But let's talk watches. What am I wearing? I'm wearing the Seiko 5. And when I got here last night, there's in the basement a sauna, and I wore this in the shower and in the sauna. And I can't really get footage of the sauna, but it was 4 levels, and as you go up to the 4th level, it was 2 seats, 2 seats, 2 seats, and the 4th level, which was the highest, was this one little seat tucked up high, so all the heat was concentrated there. And I sat up there with my old Seiko 5, and it performed well, and it's still running, it's still ticking. And you know, a $40 used Seiko 5 is what I consider an unsung hero of the horological world. Actually, it's not so unsung. I mean, people really do like the Seiko 5, but you know, an old $40 vintage watch like this is fun to put through its paces, because if something were to happen to it, and that's one of the reasons I wore it today, because I didn't really know what to expect here, what the security situation would be like. I just wore it on my wrist, and look, a Rolex would have been fine, a nice watch would have been fine, but going into the unknown, I just thought, you know, I'll just make it easy on myself and just put on the Seiko 5, and if something happens to it, not a big deal. And that's what's kind of fun about these watches, because you can put them through their paces, and if something happens, oh well, you know. But when they do well, you really appreciate them, and I really appreciate it today. And I'm getting ready to go down. I'm gonna get in the shower. I've got my sort of hotel wear on right now. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm gonna get in the sauna again, probably, just for, you know, 10 minutes or so. And this is going with me. And yeah, nice watch, you know, Omega, Rolex, could definitely handle that. But if something happened, that would really ruin my day. I'd have to get to RSC as quickly as possible while something happens to this. I've actually got the Casio in my bag. So, yeah, it's interesting. We really put these what we often consider lesser watches, you know, non-luxury watches. We really put them through their paces, and they really get the brunt of most of the abuse. Whereas, you know, these tool watch luxury watches that we use, we kind of baby them. Look, it just comes down to the cost. And, you know, if I had the Rolex on, and I were to wear it down, and all of a sudden, you know, 10 minutes into my sauna session this morning, the crystal starts fogging up. I see water in the crystal. My day is ruined. I don't have time to go to RFC today. I don't have time to deal with a multi-$1,000 watch. And in that sense, they're kind of a liability. Now, look, if you've got the cash to slough that off like I can, this $40 investment, then that's awesome. But most people can't. And so we treat our luxury watches, our quote tool watches, we really treat them like they're luxury watches. We treat them like they're, you know, Calatravas or some such or fragile watch. The unsung hero of the horological world. I actually decided to take this one because it's the lesser of my Seiko 5s. You know, that other Seiko 5, I don't know if you guys can see well this one, but I really like the other Seiko 5 more. And so I thought, you know, I'll put this one through its paces. And yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I don't think it's ever been serviced. Let me get some wrist shots of it, some up close wrist shots. I don't think it's ever been serviced. And it's just had a whole life on another person's wrist. Came to me for $40. And I mean, it's got some wear on it, but it's still got plenty of life in it. And you know, this is not a sauna. You know, you come across saunas that are kind of namby-pamby, and you know, you take your young kids in the sauna and it's not that big of a deal. This was a hardcore sauna. I'd never take any young child in it. It was a watch-killing sauna. And there it is, ticking away today. All right, well, anyway, it's sauna time for me, and just a little moment of appreciation for, you know, a true tool watch that perhaps doesn't get the credit that these luxury, quote, tool watches do. But still love those. Take care. Thanks for watching.